What's up guys, HexPlays here, and welcome to my new YouTube channel. Today I'm bringing you guys some NBA 2K15 MyGM mode on Next Gen, PS4 to be specific. But for those of you who do not know what MyGM is, I'm going to read this little description to you guys on the left side of your screen. In MyGM, you control every aspect of the franchise, from player personnel, to your staff, to the team's finances, all under the watchful eye of the team's owner. So to summarize that for you guys, basically, they're telling me that I have control over every little thing in my roster, in my franchise, and everything. But if I take things too far, my owner has every right to fire me. Which means the owner will give me goals throughout the season that I'm going to need to accomplish. If I continually fail them, he will fire me. So we're going to do whatever we can to make the owner happy, as well as turn this team into not turn them into a contender, but create a contender. And the first step of creating a contender is having a good fantasy draft. So, we're going to keep the whole entire franchise just looking like this. Roster injuries are going to stay off because I want Paul George to be healthy for the season. And then after that, yeah, everything should be good. I'm going to be playing on Superstar. I play Hall of Fame on like modes like My Career and stuff. But when I'm playing as a whole team, that's just way too tough. So, although I have the option of course, all 30 teams, I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Lakers. Not only are they my favorite team in real life, but they also have a lot of budget room to work with, which is what I want. That way I don't feel like restricted to drafting certain players with lower contracts. So, let's see. Wow, did we get another bad pick? What pick do we get? Pick number, it looks like number 19. And of course, the first player on our screen is going to be Kobe. They're taunting us right now. They're like, you kind of know that you want him because you are the Lakers, but no, I'm not going to go with Kobe just because, I mean, the dude is old as dirt. Although I mean that in all respect because I love the guy. I'm a Lakers fan, but he's getting too old to actually start a franchise with. So, players that I primarily want to go with are point guards. Derrick Rose, I loved the guy just a few years ago, but there's no way I'm drafting a guy with as many injury concerns as he has. So we're going to look at John Wall, and we're going to look at Damian Lillard. The only real problem I have with John Wall is his shooting stats, which won't be a huge issue. He's got good passing, as you can see his passing vision. His defense actually does need a little bit of work, although his steal is pretty good. But the thing that makes him unbelievably good is look at that speed and quickness. That is really just what I want. And then Damian Lillard, much better shooter, and he even has a better driving layup. So just to put that in perspective, he is a good driver. The driving dunk is a little bit lower though. It's in the high 70s, as you can see. Good ball control, but he needs some work on the passing. Good hands. Defense definitely needs some work. You can see 62 steal in these 60s IQs on defense. That's just not going to cut it. And his speed is a little bit less. His vertical is right up there with John Wall's. I think it's even a point higher. But the speed is just radically lower than John Wall's. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with John Wall, guys. Just because of the speed, really. So John Wall is going to be what we build our franchise around. And that should be fun. So, since we have the 20th pick in that round, we get the 10th pick in this round. So, let's see who we can get. I typically want to go with like a center here, or a center or a power forward or something, because I kind of feel as though if you go with two guards to start off, you just don't have enough leverage down low to get rebounds and stuff like that. I mean, if I were to go with a two guard, Lance Stevenson would probably be the way to go. But with centers, I'm thinking Vucevic, maybe Serge Ibaka. Let's see what Serge can do. Serge had an 86.3? Dang, I didn't know he developed that. Driving dunk is in the 80s. I want to see his block, though. He's got good rebounding. Actually, no, he doesn't. He needs to work on that rebounding. His defense is great. 89 block, 92 shot contest, and 88 vertical. Yeah, guys, Serge or Vucevic, that is a tough decision. I love Serge. I think that guy's going to be a monster if I got him. Even Gordon Hayward would be awesome to get, but I don't know. I think maybe I'll wait around and get a guy like Harrison Barnes or Tyreek. So Vucevic or Serge? I'm actually leaning a little bit towards Serge just because he's such a weapon with that 3-point shot. Although Vucevic is a good mid-range shooter. I mean, oh my god, guys, this is literally a toss-up. I don't even know. The only problem is that Serge isn't quite as tall as Vucevic, but you know he's close. Yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna go with Serge, just because I need that defense. So let's see. Jabari Parker did get taken. That's one player I was looking at, seeing if he would stay there. But if we scroll down, let's see if our boy Andrew Wiggins is still there. And he is. Ooh. That shooting needs a lot of work, but 85 driving dunk. Rebounding and defense, yeah, no, just not good. 99 vertical, though. I mean, deservingly so. If you guys saw his picture of him jumping at the combine, oh my god, this guy gets up. I mean, better than anybody else I've seen, like maybe ever. He gets high. So yeah, you know, let's go with Wiggins. Let's get some youth in here. Although I could always go with a guy like Gordon Hayward who got picked right afterwards. Yeah, no, let's get some athleticism in here. We got John Wall and Wiggins. Now that's a lot of dunking. All right. So looking at shooting guards, of course, as a Lakers fan, I love my Swaggy P. But Avery Bradley is a lockdown defender, so as shooting guard, he would be the guy I would get. At power forward, yeah, you know, there's not a lot of guys. I don't really want to go with Tristan Thompson. Nerlens Noel, definite possibility since he's young, only 20 years old. What's his block in this game? 86. That doesn't give me enough reason to get him. Let's see, what positions do we need? We still need a center. Yeah, I would move Noel to center. But are there any good centers up there? Not really. John Henson maybe, but no, guys. I'm gonna go with Avery Bradley. So now we have basically everything figured out outside of center. So let's see. Is our boy still there? Sure doesn't look like it. Yep, our guy. No one got taken. It looks like. So, for the purpose of just getting a Lakers player, I might just go with Dreadhead Hizzle. That's just such a tough name to say. Yeah, pretty talented rebounder. Yeah, just go with Jordan Hill. I'm just going with him because I figure we deserve to put one Lakers starter if we're going to be the Lakers, you know. So at point guard we got Elfrid Payne, Dennis Schroeder, who are some young guys. Are there any young, good shooting guards that can actually shoot? I don't actually know about that. I love Caldwell Pope. He's a good defender. But I don't really know how I feel about him. I back up shooting guard. Power forward, Cody Zeller. Is there any other young ones? Yeah, you got some other guys, so I can wait on that. And then we got Bismack Biyombo, who I might get in a few rounds. So, oh yeah, let's go with Caldwell Pope. I know a friend who likes to use him a lot and says that he has a lot of success with Caldwell Pope. So hopefully his luck transfers over to my GM. So power forward wise, let's see if our guy is still there. If any young guys are still there, really. Kyle O'Quinn is really the only young guy. Maybe I should have drafted a power forward earlier. Yeah, no, definitely. Mike Scott. Wow, a power forward that can shoot. Yeah, he's a face-up 4. Decent rebounder. Yeah, let's go with this guy. This might be bad, but I don't even know who that is. I've never even heard of him. So, center. So I'm trying to go a little bit quicker now. We're a little bit farther in the draft, and it's not quite as interesting. So let's go with Bismack Biyombo. We only got 3 more picks. Let's see, how many young guys are there up here? We got Bruno Caboclo, who we might get in a round or two. Austin Rivers. Not a lot of young guys. See, not a lot of good young players anymore. I'm not really sure what you consider good though. I mean, this guy I thought this was Jimmer Fredette. Look at them two and their profile pictures on this game, and they look exactly the same. So yeah, you know what backups do I have? I have shooting guard backup, power forward, and center backup. I think that's right. Shooting guard, power forward, center. Yep. So I can go with, yeah, let's go with Della Vadova, just because he's young and he's like the top rated young player still out there. So with small forward backups, I might just go with Matt Barnes because I like him, but he's getting a little bit old. So yeah, let's go with Derek Williams. I literally am drafting these guys just because they're young, not really because I like them at all as players. I don't really know how they play. Then for these final two picks, I don't really think it matters a whole lot. We basically can just pick whoever we want. Let's just make sure whoever we pick doesn't have a huge contract. I mean, if we're going to get a guy who we're not really going to use, we might as well make sure he has a low contract. So we're going to get a center first off. Let's go with Willie, just because centers and power forwards tend to get injured a little bit more, and if you don't have a third string at that position, you can have some trouble. So let's go with a shooting guard that's about this high, about 6'5". I don't want him to even have $2 million a year though. That even feels like too much. Let's go with Brandon Rush. I've used him in my team, and the guy's a good shooter. So we're gonna exit the draft, and it's a pleasure to meet you, Professor. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you to the Los Angeles Lakers. Keep team chemistry above 57%. I'm going to try to accomplish that. Trade for a first-round pick. I could do that. That's not tough. Win at least 20 home games. I might accomplish that. We want our roster to be top 15 in the league. I don't really know where it's at right now, but I can say I might accomplish that. 26 minutes a game. That should be easy to do. He is in our starting rotation, so. Alright. I'm ready to get started. We're just going to auto-generate rookies. I haven't found a draft class that I'm super comfortable with that I think has appropriate statistics for the players in the future draft classes. If you guys have one that you want to recommend, make sure to send that over my way, and I'll make sure to check it out. But yeah, for now, I don't really want to take a risk on going with a bad draft class that you guys aren't comfortable with. So let's just look at we'll look at a rotation, which is weird, a really weird rotation. None of my starters are getting a lot of minutes. We are giving bench players. We're giving a lot of minutes to the bench. So, Andrew Wiggins, I promise to give you at least a good amount of minutes. So, let's dump this final point. Let's just dump this to Wiggins. So, yeah, this bench gets a lot of minutes. So, we're going to have to get some good production from them. Which is actually kind of good. It means we have some depth. But anyways, James Harden's on the Magic, Chris Paul on the Mavericks, D. Cuz on the Nets, Steph Curry on the Nuggets. I do really love the fact that fantasy drafts are like this, though. You gotta admit, it's kind of funny thinking about what are these players doing on these teams. The Pelicans got the Pau Gasol Kobe Bryant duo. It's a little bit old, but whatever. Kyrie on the Pistons. I'm not sure whether that would work or not. So this team drafted some big men that are going to be really good, and Kemba, who's young. So I actually like this team. This Rockets team is going to be pretty good. But based off what my coach said, I don't know why we want to be a top 15 team in the league. When you look at these teams, I think we're better than a lot of them. Of course, that could be biased because I drafted my players, but I don't know. So guys, in the next video of this, I will be playing LeBron James on the Grizzlies. I will be playing the first game of the season. I'm not sure when that will come out in relation to when this comes out. But it shouldn't be too long after, at least just at most maybe a few days. Paul George on the Jazz. So, for those of you who have any questions about how this new channel is going to be ran, what videos are going to be posted or when they're going to be posted, or even games, like I said, that you want to recommend me to play, I would say just comment that all below. And if you guys really care so much about what the schedule is going to be, just if I get enough comments about that, I'll make a video purely dedicated on what the schedule is going to be for this channel. Although I haven't really determined one yet, I do have a basic idea of what games I want to be playing, and what type of Let's Plays and stuff like that are going to be sent over your guys' way. So, with that said and done, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please like the video. Remember, this is my first video, so if you subscribe, you can see how my channel develops in the future. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, just comment them down below. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.